Hello, sir. Is my screen is visible there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you're.
Okay. Good morning, all the students. Myself, Gayatri Dilip Kumar Wagh from BMC's Education Department, Goregaon East, MPS Secondary School. So today's our subject is practice paper of history. Okay. In the last lecture, we had discussed about the uh, pattern of the question paper, and in that we had already finished the first question, that is complete the statements by choosing proper options, and the second one is identify the wrong pair and rewrite the correct one. This portion has finished in the last lectures. Okay, now today we will start with our next, that is the graphical representation, that is weightage of that. This question is for 4 marks. Okay, so in this question there are three of questions are there, and we have to attend any two questions. Okay, for 4 marks means each question carries 2 marks. Okay, now how we there are three pattern in this question for graphical representation. First one is complete the concept map. Okay. Second one is the prepare the concept map, and third one is complete the timeline or table. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of the first one? That is the complete the concept map. It means what? Uh, there is a graph. In that graph, some hidden things are there. Okay, they are the concept is present in before you, and we have to fill all the other options. Okay. Now, second one is prepare the concept map. It means a table is there or the information is there, and we have to make clear a concept map. We have to make a concept map. Okay. Now, and third one is complete the timeline or table. Okay, we have to make a timeline. Timelines mean according to the year gaps. Okay, according to centuries gaps, whatever the question is required, or whatever the question is telling about us, and as per that question we have to make a timeline or table. It means what? The different fractions are there, different situations are there, and we have to put in that table. Okay, now let us practice. Now first one is complete the concept. Now see, the concept is there in the middle of this question, that is the medical system in India. Okay, now we have to clarify the medical system in India. Now in this question we have five options are there. Okay, which are the different five medical system in our India. Now see students, as per in our lesson, that is changing life 1, in that portion about the public health is there, the portion public health is there. In that question, in that paragraph, the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, uh, uh, government, the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Okay, this is the department of government, and they focused on the various medical care availability to rural peoples and the tribal peoples, or we can say as poor peoples. Okay, and in the sixth 5-year plan commission, they focused on this way. Okay, now so many efforts are had been taking to help maintain the good health of these people, but only not by the allopathy system. The government is trying to get good health of people, whereas the different medical systems, which are they are like allopathy is there, homeopathy is there, ayurvedic is there, Unani is there, and naturopathy is there. All these are the different types of medical systems which are thrown by the government of India to taking the efforts to give the good health to the poor people, rural people, or tribal peoples. All these are the different medical systems in India which is used for the medical in the field of medical. Okay, this is the answer of the first concept. Now second one is there. Now see, game sports in which India participates in Olympics. Now see student, now there are four options before us. We have to fill what we have to fill the games or sports in which India participates in Olympics. Now, as we know that India had been participating in Asiad and Olympic Games. Okay, from 2000 or onwards, there are different sports are there in which India is representing their players there, like hockey, badminton, tennis, swimming, weightlifting, archery. So many options are there. Now you have to fill any four options. Okay, in this. Now we are filling these options by hockey, weightlifting, tennis, wrestling, or you can write archery also. Okay, you can write swimming also, but there are only four options are before us, so we have to write only four options. So in Olympic Games, India is participating hockey, weightlifting, tennis, wrestling, and other sports also. Okay, now next one is there. Now see, here some information is there. Now what we have to do? We have to prepare the concept map. Okay. Till now what we are doing? We are doing only filling the blanks or filling the graphs. इससे पहले जो भी हमने किए उसके अंदर हमको क्या किया था, उन्होंने एक कंसेप्ट दे दिया था और वहां पे क्रिएट कर दिए थे एम्प्टी स्पेस और हमें वहां पे कंप्लीट करने थे. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, नाउ वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर अ कंसेप्ट मैप. यहाँ पे हमें एक मैप तैयार करना है खुद होके. ओके, नाउ सी here information is there. Import, export and foreign. Export means foreign trade. Trade means the business. Okay, जो हम business करते हैं जो दूसरों के साथ में, that is the foreign trade. Import means जो हम अपने ही भारत देश में, अपने ही देश में जो कुछ बेचते हैं उसको हम import बोलते हैं. Export मतलब जो हम अपने देश से बाहर बेचते हैं, जो business हम देश से बाहर करते हैं, trading हम देश से बाहर करते हैं, तो उसको हम export बोलते हैं. Okay. Now, the points are India was required to import machinery, industrial goods and raw material for industries when planning started in 1951. Okay. It means what? Here India was required to import machinery. मतलब import करता है. इंडिया जो है वो इंपोर्ट करता है, मतलब भारत में ही ये सारी चीजें वो एक स्टेट से दूसरी स्टेट में देता है. वो क्या है? मिशनरीज है, इंडस्ट्रियल गुड्स है, रॉ मटेरियल मतलब कच्चा माल जो होता है किसी भी चीज को बनाने के लिए, जो रॉ मटेरियल होता है उससे ही एक फिक्स मटेरियल जो है वो बनता है. ठीक है, तो इंडस्ट्री में ये सब देने जाने लगा और ये प्लानिंग कब से हुई? 1951 से. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज encouragement was given to export and import substitution to earn foreign exchange. ठीक है, हमें फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मतलब बाहर से जो चीज है वो हमारे देश में आनी चाहिए और हमारे देश की चीजें बाहर जानी चाहिए, दैट इज द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज. तो इसको एनकरेजमेंट दिया गया. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन, इंडियाज इंपोर्ट इंक्लूड्स मिनरल ऑयल, fertilizers, machineries, medicines and iron and steel. Okay, now what the India imports? इंडिया इंपोर्ट क्या करता है? मतलब ये सारी चीजें वो भारत में ही बेचता है. ठीक है, इसका ट्रेडिंग जो है वो इंडिया जो है वो अंदर के अंदर ही करता है. तो वो कौन कौन से हैं? वो है मिनरल ऑयल्स है. ओके, आफ्टर दैट fertilizers are there, machineries are there, medicines are there and iron and steel. Okay, now India's export include tea, coffee, spice, cotton, textile, leather goods, pearls and precious stones. All these are the materials which India exports. मतलब ये हम अपने देश से बाहर बेचते हैं और फॉरेन करेंसी लेते हैं उनसे. ठीक है, या फिर उनसे कोई चीजें हम उसके बदले में लेते हैं. ठीक है, दैट इज टी, coffee, spice, cotton, textile, leather goods, pearls and precious stones. ये जितनी भी सारी चीजें ये हम सारी की सारी एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं. Now we have to prepare a map on this concept. अब इस कंसेप्ट को लेके हमें एक मैप प्रिपेयर करना है. तो आप इसमें we have to make focus. तो इसके अंदर दो चीज के ऊपर ही फोकस किया है. What is that? That is one. First one is import and second one is export. Okay. Only import trade and export trade. इसके ऊपर ही हमें ये हाईलाइट करना है. Okay. Now see the answer. Now see what we import. हम अब इसमें से हमने बिकॉज देर आर ओनली टू वेज, केवल दो तरीके ही वहां पे दिखाए गए, इंपोर्ट और एक्सपोर्ट. तो उसी के ऊपर हमें ये अभी मैप बनाना है. फर्स्ट वन इज इंपोर्ट. व्हाट वी इंपोर्ट iron and steel, we import machineries, petroleum products, after that fertilizers, medicines and technology. All these things we import inside our country. ठीक है, import का मतलब ही होता है कि हम देश के अंदर ही चीजें करते हैं. Now what we export? Okay, we export precious stones and pearls, we export leather, cars and tractors, cotton and textile, spices, tea and coffee, bicycles and cement. All these products we export. हम ये सारी की सारी चीजें एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं. तो see student, we have make two maps, one for import and one for export, and we prepare this map and cleared all the topic. Okay. Now next one is prepare the timeline. Now see student, there is a timeline before us. Okay, and now we have to prepare or we have to complete this timeline. Now as you can see in this timeline, the various time is there, like years from 1961 to 1970. Second part is 1971 to 1980. Now the third part is 1981 to 1990, and last part is 1991 to 2000. Now what are the various events occur, or how the India get progress in science and technology between these years? ओके, हमें क्या करना है कि ये जो हमें उन्होंने टाइमलाइन दी है कि 1961 से 1970 तक इन 1961 में क्या हुआ, दिस इज रिलेटेड टू science and technology, and how our India get progress in the way of science and technology. अब as per the years we have to write or we have to prepare this timeline. Okay, now see, from 1961 to 1970. In 1961, India's first successfully rocket was launched. Okay, in 1961, India's first successfully rocket was launched. Now next, we come to the part of 1971 to 1980. So in this period, there were two progress were happened. First one is 1974 and second one is in 1975. So all these two progress come under is this timeline, that is 1971 to 1980. Now third one is 1981 to 1990. In this period, in 1990, 81 and 1984, 1981 and 1984, again two other things were happened in the progress of India. And after that, 1991 to 2000, as they have written there, that restructuring of the Department of Telecommunication. Now see, we have to prepare the answer. Now see how the answer is. Now see the answer is in 1961 to 1970. First one, India's first successfully rocket was launched. Okay. Now, after the second group, that is 1971 to 1980. In 1974, India's first successfully nuclear test was happened. Okay. In 1975, means after just 1 year, in 1975, India's first satellite Aryabhat launched in space. Now these two happenings, these two major progress have come in 1971 to 1980. Now the third group is for 1981 to 1990. So in 1981, successfully launch of Bhaskar 2. Okay, the satellite Bhaskar 2 was launched in 1981, and in 1984 computerization of railways reservation. What we have getting the tickets of computerized tickets we are getting now. So this happened in 1984. So these two progress we had successfully happened in 1981 to 1990, and the last part is 1991 to 2000. Now see the student, it has been written that restructuring of the Department of Telecommunication. Now in this type, we have to fill up the timeline. Okay. Now last one is prepare the table. Now what have to prepare the table? The table is given to us and some information is also given to us. Okay. Now we have to prepare the table. Now see what is written in the table. The first column is for goods imported in India. Okay, and second is for goods exported from India. What is importing in India and what is exported from India? Now in the last question we had studied about it, that what India imports and what India exports, and as per that table we have written that what goods India imported, that is petroleum products, machineries, medicines, technology, iron, steel and fertilizers. All these are the imported goods. And what are exported goods? They are tea, coffee, spice, minerals, cement. After that, precious stone, pearls, leather goods, car, trucks, bicycle, jute on cotton textiles, and basmati rice. All these are the exported goods. Okay. Now, in this way, we can make maps. First one is we can prepare the bag. We can uh, clarify or complete the concept. And third one is we can complete timeline or table. Okay. Now this question is finished as second question which carries 4 marks. Okay. So student, the next question which is based on, which is third question, sorry, the second part of second B part of second question, that is the write short notes on. Okay, we have to write short notes and this question carries 4 marks. Okay, now we have to attain two questions. There are three options are there or three questions are there. We have to attempt only two from that these given three questions. Okay, as so it means each question carries 2 marks. Okay, now see how we can write short notes. Okay, as it is written that it is short notes, so we have to write very short. So our answer should be point wise, or and we have to use very limited numbers of words. ओके, इसका मतलब क्या है कि जो भी शॉर्ट नोट्स लिखते हैं उसके अंदर एक तो आप पॉइंट वाइज लिखो, डोंट इलेबरेट एवरीथिंग, क्योंकि बिकॉज दिस इज द हिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट, हिस्ट्री में हर चीज हम इलेबरेट करके लिखते हैं तभी हम उसको क्लैरिफिकेशन दे सकते हैं. बट in short notes we have to write only point wise. What are the main points we have to write in short notes, and we have to use if it is not necessary to write in points, so we have to write very limited number of words. Okay, we have to write only definitions. ठीक है, अगर हो सकता है तो डेफिनेशंस लिखो, हो सकता है तो कंसेप्ट बहुत शॉर्ट में लिखो, बिकॉज इट कैरीज ओनली 2 मार्क्स. 2 ही मार्क्स का होता है, इसलिए हमें जो आंसर है वो बहुत ही प्रिसाइज करके लिखना है, वो बहुत ही छोटा करके लिखना है. ओके, नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल वी आर डूइंग एग्जांपल. नाउ राइट short note on space research. Now the question is space research. In that we know about the space, and what is we are learning about the space, that is the space research. हमें बहुत ही छोटे में बताना है कि what is space research. Okay, now as we written, space research is to explore space and to study the earth with space technology. The space technology includes the development of the rockets and satellites launched from the earth station. The Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, undertakes the work of space research in India. Now that is very much candidate for the this क्वेश्चन. ओके, इतना जितना हमने लिखा है ये बहुत है स्पेस रिसर्च को लेके, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट मोर देन दैट. ठीक है, बिकॉज इट कैरीज ओनली 2 मार्क्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन. Now see, first one is we are using very few words. We are using very less words to clarify that topic. Now see, write a short note on changing economic life. Now see, as we know, changing economic life, our after post independence, our life get changed, our economic life change. How that? Because in earlier village, in earlier time, the village was self economically sufficient. Okay, as we know, the farmers gave the distribution of grains, okay, to the artisan as their payments. Okay, but now the situation is changed because this agriculture and occupation ancillaries to farming, urban society is engaged to non-agriculture product and the service sector. Okay, it means what? Ki changing economic life means changing of whose economic life? Village economic life. ठीक है, यहाँ पे किसका चेंज हुआ इकोनॉमिक लाइफ? विलेजेस का हुआ है. वो कैसा हुआ है? वी हैव टू राइट इन पॉइंट्स. फर्स्ट हमने क्या किया था? पैराग्राफ वाइज किया था. ठीक है, थोड़े से शब्दों को लेके थोड़े से वर्ड यूज करके हमने उसको इलैबोरेट किया था, बट नाउ वी आर राइटिंग इन पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, अब हम इसको पॉइंट्स में क्लैरिफाई करते हैं. कैसे? बिकॉज इन अर्लियर टाइम्स विलेजेस वर इकोनॉमी सेल्फ सफिशिएंट. ओके, फर्स्ट पॉइंट ये हो गया आपका कि पहले विलेजेस तो थे वो पहले सेल्फ सफिशिएंट थे, मतलब उनको कहीं पे और जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती थी, वो आपस में ही लेन देन करके सारे मामले जो थे वो सुलझा लेते थे. नंबर 2, द मेजोरिटी ऑफ द विलेजेस अंडरटुक फार्मिंग. मीन्स बहुत ज्यादा लोग जो थे विलेजेस के वो फार्मिंग ही किया करते थे, खेती ही किया करते थे. नंबर 3, farm produce were given to village artisans in lieu of service rendered. इसका मतलब है कि जो कुछ निकलता था, उनकी उपज जो कुछ निकलती, जो भी फसल निकलती थी, ग्रेन्स निकलते थे, वो उन आर्टिसियन, मतलब जैसे पॉटर है, ब्लैकस्मिथ है, मतलब लोहार है, सोनार है, मटके बनाने वाला कुम्हार है, इन सब लोगों को वो लोग उनकी चीजें लेके बदले में ग्रेन्स दे दिया करते थे, जो फसल आएगी वो उनको दे दिया करते थे. तो इस तरह से उनका जो लेन देन था वो वहीं पे हो जाता था. नाउ रूरल एरियाज आर एंगेज्ड इन एग्रीकल्चर एंड अलाइटेड एक्टिविटीज. ठीक है, whereas industrial sector and service sector have emerged in the urban area. Now रूरल एरिया जो है वो किसके साथ एंगेज है? एग्रीकल्चर के साथ में और उसके प्रोडक्ट्स के साथ में. वेरा जो इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर है, मतलब जो अर्बन सेक्टर है, वो किसके साथ जुड़े हुए हैं? सर्विस सेक्टर और जो जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज इंडस्ट्री में होती है उससे. नाउ दिस इज द चेंजिंग ऑफ इकोनॉमिक लाइफ. तो इस तरह से हमारी जो विलेजेस की इकोनॉमिक लाइफ है वो चेंज होती जा रही है. सो we now in this question we elaborate this question as point wise. Okay, now next question is which is based on the third question, which is based on explain the following with reason. Okay, or give reason. Again it is for 4 marks. Okay, and in this question there are 4 questions are there, sub questions are there, and we have to attempt any 2. ठीक है, इस क्वेश्चन में भी गिव रीजंस में भी क्या है कि 4 ऑप्शंस होंगे आपके पास में, 4 क्वेश्चंस दिए होंगे, उसमें से किसी 2 को आपको सॉल्व करना है. इट मींस ईच क्वेश्चंस कैरी ओनली 2 मार्क्स. Okay, according to that, you have to present your answer. Okay, now we will do some example. Now, give reason. Constitution has given cultural and educational right to minorities. This is the question before us. That is, constitution means one concept is there. Constitution has given cultural and education right to minority. Now we have to prove by giving reason. अब हमें ये concept जो है ये prove करनी है किससे? With the reason. Now how we are proving it? Now there is cultural diversity in India. There is multiplicity of religion and language in India. So our India is full of diversity. As we know, we have cultural diversity in our India. So and there are various type of regions, languages are spoken in our India. हमारे भारत में बहुत सारी डाइवर्सिटी है, विविधताएं हैं, उसके साथ में हमारे यहाँ पे बहुत सारी भाषाएं और उसी के साथ में हमारे यहाँ पे अनेक प्रकार के धर्म जो है वो माने जाते हैं. Because it is related to minorities, that's why we are adding religion here. Now there is variation in culture and traditions too. So हमारे यहाँ culture और traditions वो भी अलग अलग है. Because why we are doing cultural? Because in the question it is constitution has given cultural. यहाँ पे कल्चर और एजुकेशनल राइट्स के बारे में है, इसलिए हम बता रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे अब बहुत टाइप के रीजन है और बहुत टाइप के कल्चर है. इन ऑर्डर टू प्रिजर्व देयर कल्चरल ट्रेडिशंस एंड to develop their language, the constitution has given cultural and educational rights to the minorities. Because in our India, all citizens are equal. Okay, what constitution says us? Constitution says us that according to constitution, all the people, all the Indians are equal before law. Okay, that's why no discrimination against the basis of religion, race, caste, gender or place of birth make any differences in between the people. ठीक है, हमारे यहाँ भले ही अलग जात, समाज, धर्म, वेद कुछ भी हो, फिर भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के सामने हम सब एक हैं, चाहे हमारा कल्चर हो, चाहे हमारे एजुकेशनल राइट्स हो. सो मे बी some minorities people are there, we have to or they have to preserve their culture and tradition and to develop their and they can develop their language. And so constitution had given this right to minorities to nurture their culture and educational rights. Okay, because our India is a diverse country and before law or according to constitution we all Indians are equal. Okay, now the second one is give reason. Again, it has become possible for childless couple to have children. Now see, the concept is it has become possible for childless couple to have children. It is possible, but how? Because having a child was almost important in India's family system. In our family system, it is very important to have a child to a couple. Okay. Now, so according to now the test tube baby technique becomes available in India from 1978. As we know, Dr. Subhash Mukhopadhyay had prevented an experiment of the test tube baby and he successfully carried out at Kolkata. Now see, now this test tube baby technique became available in India from 1970. So this advancement in medical science has made it possible for childless couple to have children. तो इस तरह से जो चाइल्डलेस कपल थे उनको चाइल्ड मिल जाए, बच्चा मिल जाए, तो इसलिए ये मेडिकल फील्ड में एक सक्सेसफुली एक्सपेरिमेंट हुआ था. सो दिस इज द रीजन बिहाइंड इट. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, after that we move to question number 4, which is based on passage or comprehension. Okay, again it carries 4 marks. But in this question, there are 3 sub questions. First 2 questions carry 1 mark and last one carries 2 marks. Okay, now see a passage of comprehension before us, that is Pramila Dandavate established the Mahila Dakshata Samiti in Delhi in 1976. Branches of the Samiti came up in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. The Communist Party established the Akhil Bharatiya Janavadi Mahila Sangathan in 1980. Efforts were made to start branches of this organization in all parts of India. The Sangathan started a struggle against issues like dowry, female foeticide, domestic abuse. Research on women's issue was undertaken at various levels. Women's Studies Center was started at the first women's university. The Srimati Nathibai Damodar Thakre, that is SNDT, Women's University, Mumbai, and at Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai, Savitribai Phule Pune University, and Shivaji University in Kolhapur. These centers plays an important role in critical analysis and in developing a vision of women's issues. Now see students, this is a passage or a comprehension before us. Now we have to focus each and every line. First one is Pramila Dandavate, means it is about Pramila Dandavate, established Mahilas Dakshata Samiti in Delhi in 1976. We have to underline the years, like 1976 in Delhi. What happened in 1976? Establishment of Mahila Dakshata Samiti in Delhi. Okay. After that, what the second line is, branches of the Samiti came up in the states of. So many states are given here. It means what? The question on state can arise in this question. So we have to again focus on and we have to underline this. States like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. Okay. Again third one. The Communist Party established. Again, a year is mentioned here, that is 1980. Okay, what happened in 1980? Again, an Akhil Bharatiya Janvadi Madita Sangathan was established. Again, we have to underline it. Okay, now the efforts were made at state branches of organization in all parts of India. The Sangathan started a struggle against. Now see, again, some variations are there. The Sangathan started a struggle against like. It means so many issues are there, like dowry, female, foeticide, domestic abuse. Again, we have to underline these issues. Issues like dowry, female foeticide, domestic abuse. Okay. After that, now see, so many study center were started at the first woman university. Now again, so many number of colleges or universities name are there. We have to underline these also. Okay. Now so number of universities like Srimati Nathibai Damodar Thakre, that is SNDT Women's University. That is in Mumbai. Second one is Tata Institute of Social Science. Second one, after that, Savitribai Phule University. Third one and last one is Shivaji University in Kolhapur. Okay. Now see, all these have to be underlined. Okay. Now next, the question. The first question is, who established the Mahila Dakshata Samiti? So students, we had underlined the first one, that with the date, that in 1976 the Mahila Dakshata Samiti was established by Pramila Dandavate. Okay. After that, in which state branches of Samiti came up? Again, we have underlined. Already we have underlined because there are so many states are there. like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and Punjab. Okay. After that, write the efforts made by Akhil Janwadi Mahila Sangathan. Now, in 1980, as we underlined that Akhil Bharatiya Janwadi Mahila Sangathan was established, and what efforts were given by them? That various struggles like issues like dowry, female foeticide, domestic abuse. All these come under the efforts by Akhil Bharatiya Janwadi Mahila Sangathan. Now, we see students how will write the answers. Now, first question is who established the Mahila Dakshata Samiti? Now, answer is before us that Pramila Dandavate established the Mahila Dakshata Samiti in Delhi in 1976. We have already underlined it. Okay. Now, second one, in which state branches of Samiti came up? Again, we have underlined it. First one, that branches of Samiti came up in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. Okay. After that, the last question is again these two questions, first and second question carries one marks. Okay. Now the last question is for 2 marks. This third question is for 2 marks. That write the efforts made by Akhil Bharatiya Janwadi Mahila Sangathan. Now what efforts they had taken? They had taken efforts were made to start branches of this organization in all parts of India. Why we have written it? Because it is for 2 marks. The Sangathan started a struggle against the issues like dowry, female foeticide, and domestic abuse. All these are the efforts are taken by this organization. Which organization? Akhil Bharatiya Janwadi Mahila Sangathan. These issues are taken by this organization. So students, very easily you can get these 4 marks. Okay. Again, next comprehension is there for our practice. That is, urbanization is the process of migration of people from the village to cities due to non-availability of employment in the rural areas. After the independence, the urban population increased due to reduction in mortality rate, industrialization, unavailability of jobs in rural areas, good jobs available in cities, balanced economic development of the rural and urban areas, creation of job opportunities and available of basic services will arrest migration. Now see students, as we can see, this comprehension is about urbanization. Now, what is the meaning of urbanization? The first statement clarify this that urbanization is the process of migration. Now, what have written in the next that after independence, now we have to underline the first one. What urbanization is the process of migration. We have to underline it. Which migration of whom? Migration of people from village to city. Okay. After that, why this urbanization happen? Because of non availability of employment in rural area. Okay. Now we have to underline the first one. After that, after the independence, the urban population increased due to. Now, how the urbanization in the urban population increased? Because of reduction of mortality rate and industrialization and inavailability of jobs in rural areas. Job available in cities. Now, all these are the reasons of urban population. अर्बन पॉपुलेशन क्यों बढ़ रही है, इसके ये सब रीजंस दिए हुए हैं उन्होंने. आफ्टर दैट, बैलेंस्ड इकोनॉमी developed in the rural and urban areas, creation of job opportunities, available of basic services with arrest migration. इसका मतलब ये क्या है कि किस तरह से हम माइग्रेशन रोक सकते हैं। ठीक है, अरेस्ट माइग्रेशन मतलब किस तरह से हम माइग्रेशन जो है वो रोक सकते हैं। वो कैसे रोक सकते हैं? बाय इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द रूरल एंड अर्बन एरियाज। मीन्स यहाँ पे अर्बन एरियाज मीन्स सेमी अर्बन एरियाज, नॉट द फुल अर्बन एरियाज। ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो लिखा हुआ है economic development of rural and urban areas, इसमें semi urban areas. Okay, after that creation of job opportunities, वहाँ पे job opportunities लाके, वहाँ पे services लाके हम जो migration है वो कम कर सकते हैं, और जिससे कि urbanization जो है हो रहा है cities का, metro cities का, वो हम रोक सकते हैं। ठीक है, now this is the full comprehension on the topic of urbanization. Now see student, what the question arise before us. The first question is, what do you mean by urbanization? Again, in the first question, we have underlined it. What do we mean by urbanization? Okay. After that, why the urban population increased after independence? Again, they have underlined the second process. Why? What are the different reasons behind the increase of urban population? And last one is how we will arrest migration. कि हम माइग्रेशन कैसे रोक सकते हैं। ठीक है, तो ये 3 questions are before us. Now again, first 2 question is for 1 mark and last one is for 2 marks. Sorry. Now first question is, what do you mean by urbanization? So urbanization is a process of migration of people from villages to city. ठीक है, अर्बनाइजेशन हम किसको बोलते हैं? अर्बनाइजेशन का मतलब होता है माइग्रेशन ऑफ पॉपुलेशन। किसी विलेज की पॉपुलेशन, बहुत सारी जनता जो है जब गांव से शहरों की तरफ आते हैं तो उसको हम बोलते हैं अर्बनाइजेशन। ओके, दैट इज द माइग्रेशन ऑफ पीपल। ओके, second one is why the urban population increased after independence. इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद में जो पॉपुलेशन है वो क्यों बढ़ती गई? ठीक है, अर्बन पॉपुलेशन बढ़ती गई बिकॉज आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस द अर्बन पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज्ड ड्यू टू रिडक्शन इन मॉर्टेलिटी रेट। ठीक है, रिडक्शन इन मॉर्टेलिटी रेट का मतलब है कि जो मृत्यु दर है वो कम होते जा रहा था, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी जो थी, मेडिकल फील्ड जो थी, इसके अंदर बहुत सारे सक्सेसफुल एक्सपेरिमेंट्स हो रहे थे। मेडिकल फील्ड जो थी वो प्रोग्रेस कर रही थी। इसके कारण क्या हुआ, जो पहले डेथ रेट थे जो बहुत ज्यादा थे, डेथ बीमारियों के कारण लोग मर जाया करते थे, या फिर प्रॉपर मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट ना मिलने के कारण जो थे वो लोग मर जाया करते थे, अभी उनको वो सारी चीजें मिलने लग गई। इसलिए मोर्टेलिटी जो रेट था वो कम हो गया, और मोर्टेलिटी रेट कम होने के कारण क्या हुआ कि लोगों में जो मृत्यु दर है, जो डेथ का रेट है, डेथ रेट है, वो कम हो गया, और फिर जो लाइव रेट है वो ज्यादा हो गया। तो अगेन द पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज, तो पॉपुलेशन उससे इंक्रीज हो गया, तो इससे क्या हुआ, रिडक्शन ऑफ mortality rate. After that, because of this, the urban population increased. After that, industrialization. As we know, after post-independence, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हमारे भारत में आया, कारखाने आए, बहुत ही अलग अलग टाइप की फैसिलिटीज आई, जिससे कि लोग इन फैसिलिटीज को लेने के लिए शहरों की तरफ चल गए। हाँ, आफ्टर दैट अनअवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ जॉब्स इन रूरल एरियाज। जो रूरल एरियाज है, गांव के विलेजेस का रूरल है या फिर सेमी अर्बन एरियाज है, वहां पे जो जॉब्स है वो नहीं है लोगों को, इसलिए जो वो लोग माइग्रेट होके वहां से जाके शहरों की तरफ आते हैं, अर्बन एरियाज की तरफ आते हैं। अगेन इट इज अ मेन पॉइंट फॉर इंक्रीजिंग द पॉपुलेशन, अर्बन पॉपुलेशन। नाउ हाउ कैन वी स्टॉप दिस? और by giving them good opportunities. Now, गुड जॉब्स अवेलेबल इन सिटीज, क्योंकि सिटीज में गुड जॉब होते हैं, अच्छे जॉब्स होते हैं, बहुत सारे जॉब्स होते हैं, इसलिए सारे लोग जो है वो गांव की तरफ से शहरों में आ जाते हैं। तो ऑल दीज आर द पॉइंट्स और ऑल दीज आर द रीजंस behind this, that how the population increase, the urban population increased. Okay. After that, the last question is how we will arrest migration. हम लोग माइग्रेशन को कैसे रोक सकते हैं? सो बैलेंस्ड इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ रूरल एंड अर्बन एरियाज. ठीक है, बैलेंस्ड मतलब रूरल हो चाहे वो अर्बन एरियाज हो, यहाँ पे इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट जो है वो सेम होनी चाहिए. जितनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हमको अर्बन एरियाज में मिलती है उतनी ही अपॉर्चुनिटीज हमको रूरल एरिया में भी मिलनी चाहिए. तो आप देख सकते हैं कि आफ्टर कंस्ट्रक्टिंग द रोडवेज, जब से रोडवेज बने मतलब रोड बने तब से बहुत सारे विलेजेस विच आर कनेक्टेड टू द रोडवेज आर गेटिंग डेवलप. ठीक है, जो भी विलेजेस अभी रोड से टच है, ठीक है, जहाँ पे आने जाने का साधन है, वहां पे लोग जो है थोड़ा थोड़ा डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं. आफ्टर क्रिएशन ऑफ जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज, उसी के साथ में अभी आपको जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी दिखेंगे. इट मीन्स व्हाट, कि अभी आपको विलेजेस में बैंक मिलेंगे, अभी आपको विलेजेस में जो इंटरनेट का जो फैसिलिटी है वो भी वहां पे मिलेगी, स्कूल्स मिलेंगे. ऑल दीज आर फैसिलिटीज आर अवेलेबल इन villages also. And creation of job opportunities and available of basic services will arrest migration. तो अगर जो सिटीज में लोगों को मिल रहा है लाइक मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज जो मिल रही है, तो अभी आप देखेंगे कि गांव में मेडिकल स्टोर्स भी मिलेंगे आपको, कि जहाँ पे आपको सभी प्रकार की दवाएं वहां पे मिल सकती हैं. ठीक है. आफ्टर दैट वी कैन सी डेयरीज इन आवर विलेजेस, मेजर शॉप्स आर देयर. ठीक है, अलग अलग टाइप के शॉप्स जो हैं, जो हमको जो कुछ चाहिए वो सारी चीजें अभी हमें धीरे धीरे जो है विलेजेस में मिलने लग गई हैं. इसलिए वहां पे अगर हमने सर्विसेज को बढ़ावा दिया, ठीक है, वहां पे हमने अगर ट्रेडिंग को बढ़ावा दिया, तो ये जो हमारे माइग्रेशन है वो कम हो सकती है. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, सो इन दिस वे वी कैन सॉल्व अवर क्वेश्चन पेपर एंड गेट full marks in these questions. Okay. Now students, we will stop our lecture here. Is any problem?